Hi Capricorn and Capricorn Rising. Welcome to your March 2016 reading. Really great to see everybody again. I like to start these monthlies with channeled information, and for you, the idea of replenishing your life came to me. And broadly speaking, it means it's a month to be a little bit more conservative when it comes to all of your resources, your energy, your time, and your money. So with regards to like health, it's a great month to make sure that you are eating well, taking your vitamins, sleeping, not sort of burning the candle at both ends. There are other months where you can do that. This month, it's very important just to kind of stay healthy and happy for you to take care of yourself. When it comes to financial situations, definitely a month to save more than you spend. And when it comes to lending things out to other people, again, it can be your time, it can be your energy. You want to make sure that you say no if you're feeling tired, and that you have enough balance sort of in your life so that you're, again, not running on empty, because it won't be beneficial. You're not going to be able to get your goals done, and it could also have some negative effects as far as your overall health goes. So let's avoid that, and let's see what is coming through on your catalyst card. That's a great way to connect to that idea of replenishment. We'll also reflect on this when we look at your extended forecast. You got two because you need the two, it looks like here. So the first one is to not hide behind any sort of lies or half-truths. You have to be honest with yourself. A lot of times, this could be if you're trying to let go of a habit that no longer suits you, maybe drinking, smoking, alcohol, something like that. Whatever it is, just admit that this is a time that you want to release it. Don't beat yourself up, and then just take some action. Talk to a friend if you need help and you need someone to keep you sort of honest about it. But this is a great month for you to, in the spirit of replenishment, to sort of give back to your body, to even things out. If it's also a situation where you know, for instance, like you're in a relationship and it's not working, then it's time to talk to the other person. This is something that's going to be difficult. You are going to need to ask for some help. And if you feel like everything's okay in your life, then what I would say is this is something to look at what your true path is, what you really want to be doing, because a lot of times we surround ourselves in like a habitual sort of state of being with like work, maybe such a busy social life that you can't breathe. And it's not until you quiet down that you sort of think, is this really what I want in my life? Am I happy with where I'm headed? So this is a time to sort of look at that. And if everything's okay, stay to that truth and stay, just continue to put energy into that, because the replenish message that came through at the beginning means as long as you feed anything this month, it's going to be positive. So even if you're in a positive trajectory, you want to continue that. It's saying don't relax, just continue to sort of stay focused, stay on that same path. For those of you that are worried about family and children, there is a note here saying that they're protected, and really that the focus should be on you being strong, being there for them, but you don't need to worry as much over your children. Some of you actually may need to let go a little bit too. This comes up sometimes in a personal reading for a parent or a loved one that is very attached to someone else. It can either be a younger sibling or it can be a younger child, and you're not giving them a chance to expand and sort of like spread their own wings. So just a general note that it may be time to experiment with how comfortable you are with letting someone have more independence. Okay, let's look at your extended forecast. And after this, we'll of course look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. While I'm shuffling the cards, just a general note, I often get questions about which decks I'm using. I will post a link to a gallery that's on my site that lists all of the ones that I've been using over the past 12 months, I think. And when possible, I'll put a link to this deck. I won't put all the Oracle ones, it's just too much, but at least the main tarot deck, and later I'll put a gallery for Oracle cards. But one step at a time. So the first card that came out was the Four of Pentacles. And this goes in really nicely with that idea of holding back a little bit. Or like not letting someone be free. Because you'll notice with the Four of Pentacles, there's sometimes a tendency to hold on to something for fear that it either won't come back or that you're not going to have enough. And sometimes with relationships, you're afraid that somebody isn't going to be able to make it without you or vice versa. So this is saying let go a little bit. With the Moon card, this is tying into your own ability to be creative, to create flow for those of you that are a flow of abundance, for those of you that aren't experiencing enough here. Because this Four of Pentacles is often a fear card. So if it's a budget issue, we looked here at our catalyst saying, just admit the truth, figure out what it is you need to change in your habits and work on it. The Fool card in the deep past showing me many of you have already started to take a step towards a big change. So allow yourself to feel the positive aspects of that card, which are freedom and change. It's reversed, so it shows me a little bit of hesitation, and I don't want you to feel sort of stuck if you can avoid that. Let's pull all the rest of the cards, and I'll pause on my overall reading until we see where we're headed here. A lot of positive energy coming through creatively and with relationships for you this month. Your recent history, what I'm seeing here with the Six of Wands, is you're trying to set up some really good foundations. You've done a lot of hard work. Some of you are curious like when this is going to pay off, and I do think you're about 2 months away from maybe a new opportunity coming to fruition. So stay the course on this. Basically, don't lose hope, because the Five of Cups with your basically your crowning card, what I see here is a tendency sometimes to think about how much you've given up for an opportunity, how long it's taken, rather than all of the miracles that are happening around you. And a little bit of a silver lining here, I see improvements as well with all relationships for you this month. For those of you that are looking to date, it's a great month to be out there. For those of you that are in a relationship, it's a great month to expand further in it with the Ace of Cups. And for those of you that are happily single, this is just a month where you're going to feel energized and you can put your creative energy into projects, because there's no need to be attached to someone to be happy. And I see that with this card. It shows self-fulfillment. I'm mentioning creativity because your ego card really wants to express itself as doing some sort of a great work, whether that's painting, writing, bringing a child into the world, whatever your version of great work is. Do something creative, gardening. But this is like a verb card. It's something, doing something, and you need to access that creative part of yourself. It wants to express itself. That's going to also help you get past some of the sadness or some of the even despair for some of you that may be coming through with that. If you do this, what I see in the periphery, and again, tying nicely to the sort of near future card, is Ten of Cups. So definitely great for relationships. Friends, family, and loved ones. Work on them. Work on these relationships this month, and it's going to blossom for you. I like it quite a bit. Around the middle of the month, you probably will be feeling the most strength coming in. The 1st and the 10th, I see definite energy sort of swings in the right direction, and then towards the middle of the month, there'll be some more. So with the Nine of Pentacles, great card for those of you that have been working to pay down debt or to save money. I see a sense of stability that you haven't had in a while. I'm getting Leo energy coming through with the cats that I'm seeing in these cards. So for those of you that are seeking new love, it may come in the form of a Leo. With this cup energy, it could also be a very strong water sign. Where you're headed, and it seems like a nice connection here with the High Priestess, is both spiritual and I would even say like metaphysical development in your life. So many of you might be starting a new yoga routine, Reiki treatments, learning something esoteric, expanding on your religious, so maybe it's Bible stuff, whatever, but I see a connection with spirit, with the universe, something beyond science. And for many of you, your creative work is that. You feel like you connect with God and the universe through your art, or through your words if you're a writer. So I want you to continue with that this month. I feel like it's going to help. Remember, your key word was replenish. Keep this cup full. So continue to do things that create joy in your life, create joy for others, and that's going to keep you strong, keep you healthy, and it's going to help you in these relationships that I see building here. Really great month for families, though. So I would, if there's any sort of wounds from the past that you need to heal, this is the month to do it. lot of psychic energy coming through with the moon, with the high priestess, and with the hierophant. These are some of the most psychic and the most creative cards you could get. So artists, this is your month, and people that just want to connect and deepen relationships, this is your month. You're in good shape financially this month. I wouldn't worry so much. Just protect what you've already created, and know that whatever it is that you fear at the beginning, I feel like by the fourth week of the month, you're going to be in great shape. So this is kind of shaping up to be more of a fear card to me. So I would say move past the fear, and just work hard and allow some people to help you if you need it, because with the Ten of Cups, there's a lot of people there that are willing to lend you support, lend you advice. And with Nine of Pentacles, you may have more that you could actually perhaps sell or perhaps acquire if you need some assistance. So I see your money situation as something that you can improve. And if you're already good, then don't worry about it. Just let go of the fear of wanting more all the time. I see it naturally progressing. Let's expand your forecast and see what's coming through for health this month, health and well-being. And the first card is to just balance everything out, which resonates nicely with what we see here, keeping this cup full, not basically taking yourself and burning the candle too much. So very similar message here. I will say this with balance, make sure you're drinking enough, sleeping enough. It's just not going to extremes. Also, for any sort of relationship, because we did see love opportunities, there's a general note here to not get too lost in that. Don't lose your head in that situation. Try to remain present if possible. It's easy sometimes when you fall in love, or if you're having sort of arguments sometimes too. Either ends, love and hate are pretty similar in regards to how our body can feel with all the rush of emotion. Just take care of yourself and realize you're half of the equation and you don't want to lose that. Okay, so when it comes to wealth and abundance, I got this card for another sign this month, peace, saying it's okay. And that's what I got. I got that the Four of Pentacles is a fear card, and that the Nine of Pentacles is closer to the truth, or at least closer to the trajectory that you could be on. So why don't you just embrace the Nine of Pentacles and let go of the fear? If you have to do the work, you've already started doing that. Keep up the hard work. It's not something that you have to worry about too much. Let's take a look now at love and relationships for you. And we have artistic expression, which is really underlining what I just talked about at the beginning, that we have so many creative cards, from the moon to the high priestess to the hierophant, that it's about expression through all parts of your being. This is what will bring love to you, really. A partner, even co-workers, adoration. It could be just appreciation for what you're doing, but have passion in what you do. And just be an artist. That's where your love should be focused this month. It's not necessarily so much about connecting physically with someone else. It could be connecting creatively with someone else, or expressing your love through creativity. Finally, connecting to your destiny and opportunities. This card wants to come out. So for those of you that are writers, this is your month. Capitalize on it. And even if you're not a writer, this is a great month for you to deal with contracts, to express yourself in written terms, and also possibly just to keep a journal and see where you're headed. A lot of times you can learn quite a bit looking back several months or years in the past, seeing what you've written. So why don't you start now? This could be your month to create a journal, and that could be a great way to learn and undo some of the cycles, because you'll notice yourself saying the same things or doing the same things. And this can be a chance for you to break free. But for those of you that are authors, screenwriters, playwrights, great month to either get work product done or to send it out, because we have the Ten of Pentacles in your sort of periphery, which means people would be open to receiving whatever you want to pitch. So really good for all the creative folks here. And let me just see if anything else comes through. As I look at all of these, the one trend that I get is that you have enough. The illusion at the beginning of the month is a lack, because if you look straight down the middle, we have the Five of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Fool reversed. So that's a little bit of a shift and discomfort with a change that you've had to make. but everything around it's really, really positive. So once you get past your sort of initial fear, I see nothing but growth as you embrace the rest of the energy coming through this month. So I hope this was helpful for you. Again, you're looking great this month. Try not to worry so much about younger siblings or children around you. Be truthful with yourself. And if you need help on being accountable, have someone else to talk to and to keep you on that path of accountability. If you do that, I see a lot of success coming through for you this month. As always, it's been my pleasure to talk to you and kind of help you with this. If you ever want to schedule a one-on-one with me, right now I'm booking about a month ahead, but I would love to do that for you. You can click on one of the links in the corner to check my availability and my rates. You can also keep in touch with me on almost all the major social networks. I'll put a link to them as well, but definitely Facebook, Instagram. Here on YouTube, you can subscribe and like, of course. And I missed one, but you'll figure it out. I have a newsletter as well. So all of these are really great ways to keep in touch, and I hope you do. In the meantime, all the comments and support that you've been giving me really does keep me motivated from month to month. So keep it coming, and I wish you all the best. Satnam, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.